When you're doing these exercises, I want you guys to think more about strengthening versus trying to do a lot of reps, trying to use heavy weight. These movements, I really want you to focus on like the strength and stability of your shoulders. And as we do it more, you're going to be more warmed up. You might feel like, okay, I'm comfortable, I can add to it, but I want you to take your time, especially the first time going through each of the exercises. So first thing, laying on your belly, keep your belly relaxed. Like, make sure you're not pressing into the ground with your belly. Keep a little bit of air there. You really want the focus to just be on your upper back. All right, is everybody ready? So we have 45 seconds here. Good, so make sure that your head is down. Good, you're gonna sit up. You can either do this standing or you can do this on your knees, but we're gonna have the dumbbell scaption, so thumbs are up. Raise and lower it down. So make sure that you squeeze your back at the top so that it feels like you're not even holding on to the weights. You want that weight, that squeeze in your back to make this feel weightless, as opposed to this. Good. You are going to stand up and do the bent over rear delt raises. So soft knees, bring the weights in front of your knees and you're going to squeeze, let it come down. Good, we are going back down on the ground. Make sure that your face is flat. You don't want your neck to be up. That's why we have the towel. So back to the T's. Lisa, pull your hands down towards your feet a little bit more and put your chin down more. Good. Moving on to the dumbbell scaption. So grab your dumbbells, either standing up or on your knees. Get a good squeeze at the top. Good, and you're going to the bent over rear delt raises. Focus on the squeeze. This should not be like violent, like craziness. Just squeeze, bring it down. So Nikki, less violent. Better. Good, keep your neck relaxed. Good, I'm gonna have you guys rest for a second. We're gonna move on to the next thing. Alternating uppercuts. So your palms are up. You are going to bring this up. When you bring it up, I want you to make sure that you're keeping, I want you to feel this here and that you're not doing this. I want you to think you're reaching up and you're controlling it on the way down. So up and down, up and down, almost like you're like scooping. So my arm is going to maintain this position. So it's not doing sort of craziness. It's like, here's the shape of my arm, keep it and bring it down. Then with the band, you are going to do pull apart. This time though, I want you to lay down. So you're gonna lay on your back, pull, get a good squeeze, control it on the way up, squeeze, let it come up. So it is the same movement, but you're laying on your back. And then with your weights, if you have lighter ones, this is probably going to be easier with a little bit lighter. I want you to do side raises. However, you're going to start with your thumbs up, turn, and back down. So I start on the side of my hip, I squeeze up, turn the weights, turn it back, and down. So we will start in 10 seconds. Starting with the uppercuts. I want this to end just about the top of your head. Good, laying down with your band. Get a good squeeze at the bottom. Let it come back up. Good. You are now going to either kneel or stand, and you're going to do the side raises. So starting with your thumbs up, weight is at your hip. You are going to bring it up, turn, turn back, and lower. Good. Going back to the uppercuts. When you bring it back, imagine that you're like bringing your elbow back into like the pocket. So up, elbow comes back. Up, elbow comes back. Elizabeth Johnson, not quite as high. So keep your arm bent and stop about here. Not so high. Good. Grabbing your band. Squeezing it down. Get a good squeeze. Control it on the way up. Make sure that you are not touching your chest at the bottom. Stop just above it. And you are going to the side raises. Megan Ellerman, when you make sure with your pull aparts that your arms are straight, don't make it into a chest press. So up, turn, turn back, and down. When you bring this up, I want you to think about squeezing back here. That's going to help you keep that stability. And you're not going to use your neck. Squeeze. Good, Joanne. Make sure that your thumbs are up towards the ceiling. Eat a little bit more when you do that. All right. Moving on to the next thing. You are going to need your band. You are going to do tricep extensions, but the band is going to be here. So I squeeze so that I end up with my arms out straight, let them come in, and squeeze. Like all triceps, my elbows don't move. They must be static in order for me to actually isolate my triceps. So it's squeeze, let it come in. Squeeze, let it come in. Okay, the second exercise, again, if you have a little bit lighter weight, this is probably going to be easier. You're doing bent over rear delt raises, except I want your hands like this. Sorry for my nails, by the way. Wow, this is ratchet. Okay, so here, I want my thumbs towards the ceiling at the end of the movement. Squeeze, let it come down. Squeeze, let it come down. And then the third thing is skull crushers. So with your dumbbells. Lowering the weight, squeeze. Lower, squeeze. Again, please keep your elbows as stable as you can. They should not move. So it's lower and then squeeze up so that your arms are straight. All right, are you guys ready? We will start in 8 seconds, starting with the triceps. Make sure you get a good squeeze. Keeping your elbows up, squeeze. Good, grab your dumbbells, bent over, but your thumbs are out to the side. Squeeze, let it come down. Again, get a good squeeze at the top. When you go back, I want you to think about when you did the T's, when you were laying on the ground and you brought them back a little bit, because that's going to recruit a little bit lower and not up here. So think that you're going back a little bit. Back. Good, and moving on to skull crushers. If you have heavier weights, now is the time to use them. Get a good hard squeeze at the top. Try to keep the weights apart if you can. Good. Going back to the triceps. So grab your band. So make sure you're keeping your elbows up. Make sure you are relaxing your neck. Good, grab your dumbbells. Bent over raises, thumbs are going back. Jess, make sure you're still going up towards the ceiling, your thumbs. And you're going to skull crushers. Good, everybody take a breather, grab some water. Okay, we are going to start back at the top. So going back to the T's. Again, I really want you guys to make sure there's a couple things I just want to review because this is going to go fast. I'm not going to take as much rest. With the T's, you're laying on your back. You raise it up and squeeze down a little bit towards your feet. Because if I just go like this, I'm working up here. I want to get down here. Squeeze it down. With the triceps, when we get to that, your arms need to be bent and stay here. And it's just here and here, here and here. I saw some sort of like pull aparts. And again, with the pull aparts on the floor, that one, your arms are straight. You're not bending them towards the floor. You're just pulling it apart and letting it come up. All right, so we are starting with the T's. We go to the T's, then we go to the dumbbell scaption. If you want to go a little heavier this time, you can. And then we're gonna do the bent over rear delt raises with your palms facing each other. All right, everybody ready? And go. Megan Ellerman, start with your arms out to the side more. Yes, and then go up and then squeeze down a little bit. Yeah. So your arm should start at the side here, like a T. Good, grab your dumbbells. Dumbbell scaption, thumbs up towards the ceiling. So Lynette, bring them a little bit closer together and turn your thumbs up towards the ceiling. These things up, like a thumbs up. Good, bent over rear delt raises. Allison, get your ass out more. Yeah. Good, Joanne, I want you to stand up when you do these. And your palms should be facing each other. Good, moving on to uppercuts. Good, I want you to keep your abs nice and tight. Good, grabbing your band, going on to pull apart, laying on your back. So get a good squeeze at the bottom, control it on the way back. Grabbing your dumbbells, side raises, so thumbs up towards the ceiling. Squeeze, turn again and down. Megan Ellerman, make your arms a little bit straighter. Good, grabbing your band, going to the triceps. So imagine your elbows are resting on a table and then you're squeezing. So your hands should be the same level as your elbows. Grabbing your dumbbells, bent over. Thumbs are up and back. Keep your chin down. Squeeze. Squeeze. Elizabeth, bend over more. Yep, drop your chest even more. More. Like this. Joanne, your thumb should be up towards the ceiling. Like this. Good, skull crushers. Get a good squeeze at the top. And grab some water. While you guys are doing that, we're going to do a little anatomy lesson. This is your thumb. This is the ceiling. This thing. This is your butt. When it goes back. This is your chest when I want you to go forward. This is what I want you to do. These are your elbows. Sometimes they're just right here and then I straighten. Megan Ellerman, please, for the love of God, bring your hands closer and your arms straight when you do your pull apart. I think your hands are too wide, which is why you can't get straight. But yes, these things, these are your thumbs. Sometimes they go up towards the ceiling. When your palms are facing, it's like this. All right, that's my morning rant. Okay, we're going through this one more time. A little bit different, not all of the exercises are going to be there. I want you guys to listen to the words that I say when I say like your thumbs, because a lot of these are very similar. So if you're not simply turning your hand, you've lost the exercise. Okay, so starting with the dumbbell scaption, I want you to grab your dumbbells. Gonna be a little bit different this time. We are starting in 5 seconds. Thumbs up towards the ceiling. Up, turn, turn back and down. Up, turn, turn, and down. Good, bring it up and hold. Relax your hands, squeeze your back, lower it down. Squeeze it up, hold, relax your fingers, squeeze your back, lower it down. Squeeze it up, relax your fingers, squeeze your back, keep squeezing, and lower it down. Good, rear delt raises with your palms facing each other. Squeeze. Now you are going to turn them. So now your pinkies are nice and close, your thumbs are out, and squeeze. Thumbs are going up towards the ceiling. Good, grab your band, laying on your back, pull aparts. Squeeze. Arm should be pretty straight at this point. Let it come up in control and squeeze back down. Good, I want you to bring your hands a tiny bit closer. Same movement, but faster. Squeeze, squeeze. Don't let it come up quite as high. Good, sitting up, going into the triceps. So get a good squeeze. Let it come in. Squeeze. And now faster. Squeeze. Good, slow it down. Squeeze. Let it come in. Squeeze. Keep your elbows up. Faster. Slow. And pump it out. Good, grab your weights, going to uppercuts. So those weights should come down to your hips. Ashley, put the weights in your hips. Up. Lower down. Up. Good, I want you to keep those weights. We're gonna do side raises. Up, lower down, up. So your palms are facing the floor. Try to get a good squeeze at the top. Have a little bit of a pause. Think about squeezing your muscles so that your hands don't feel so heavy. 5 seconds. Good, coming down for skull crushers. Now drop them down and squeeze up. So switching to close grip press. Lower your elbows down without touching, squeeze it up hard. Good, you guys do not need weights. The last thing that we're gonna do, you just need a little bit of space. Walking it down. You can either do a regular push-up or drop down to your knees. Push up. Walk it back. And then walk it back. So you're not standing all the way up. You're just gonna walk your hands as close as you can to your feet and then walk it back. So we're gonna do this for 1 minute. Let me get my timer. All right, and go. $20 more seconds. Try to keep your legs as straight as you can on the way back up. And you ladies are done.